Welcome to the world of Marvel vs. Capcom. Ready? Fight!
Alright, homies. Alright, welcome back to another episode of the case studies, right? Where the Khaiza, I think this started long ago when like I was like covering Doctor Doom back when he got announced, back when Marvel Studios announced Robert Downey Jr. as the titular character. We're back again with case studies, and case studies, the Khaiza's like in-depth analytical videos where we go over a particular character from a particular game and why is that particular character either good or bad, right? And it could vary, right? I might pick like a low tier or I might pick like a high tier. And for today's case study, we're gonna be picking Morrigan Aensland, a titular character, no pun intended, to her two wonderful personalities. I should stop counting. Morrigan Aensland is a Marvel vs. Capcom veteran, right? Debuting all the way back to Marvel vs. Capcom. But she's not only a Marvel vs. Capcom veteran, as she has been in multiple Capcom-based games, right? She is the protagonist of the long-forgotten but, you know, fan-favorite fighting game franchise from Capcom, Darkstalkers. I have like a poster like in the back there. It's right there. Darkstalkers all the way over there. Still loved, still respected. Never gonna get a game again, but you're still respected. A Halloween-based like 1v1 fighting game, which is, you know, hence why we're covering Morrigan, right? Halloween is going to be coming up like real soon, so the Khaiza thought, hell, why not do like a case study of one of the most popular Halloween-esque Capcom fighting game characters out there, and that happened to be Morrigan Aensland. Out of all like the Darkstalkers like characters, Morrigan is the most popular. Morrigan Aensland is the all-powerful bat-like creature, but she's really like a succubus. Succubus are like, you know, in demon mythos or mythological mythos, an entity that would haunt men's dreams by seducing them and feasting on their souls, right? And Morrigan is a succubus. We're going to be going over Morrigan Aensland. You know, it's a fascinating like evolution of Morrigan Aensland, right? Because back then, back in the older Marvel vs. Capcom games, especially 1 and 2, she was pretty much like an ass character. That's also in like Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I don't think hardly anybody played fully Morrigan Aensland. No, nobody like discovered how to play Morrigan Aensland at all in vanilla Marvel 3. But in Ultimate Marvel 3, she got a lot of changes. But first, let's like just go over like the character. This is like her back speed. This is like her walk speed. You know, things like that. You know how like in oh, what was it? You know how like in characters they have like a uniform like dashing, like Doctor Doom for instance, right? Triangular dashing. Right? Or if you have somebody like Virgil, right? Wave dashing. Right? You can like ground movement like cancel a dash with like another dash. Morrigan doesn't have like a traditional dash by the Marvel like definition, hailing from Darkstalkers, where Darkstalkers is like the OG anime fighter. She doesn't have a dash. Every character is like unique. So Morrigan has like a flight dash. She has like these like bat-propelled like rocket jets. She has like an air dash, kind of like Doom and some of like the other like flight characters. And she's also a flight character as well. She has like this like, you know, things like that. makes her definitely like unique, hence like the game she hails from. Darkstalkers is like technically the first anime fighting game. Morrigan has been in so many games, so her kit is pretty like, you know, similar, right? Projectile, right? Soul Fist, you know, her projectile, Soul Fist. Light is slow, medium is faster, and heavy is like anti-air, right? She also has Soul Fist in the air. Can I like Tiger Nidus? Yeah. Yep, you could also like Tiger Nidus, right? She also has DP motions. Right? Shadow Blade, her uppercut move. Oh, we didn't talk about like her normals. Right?
Cool.
Right? Just like a quick overview of like her normals, things like that. Right? Launchers, like that.
Level 2 air combo.
Shell Kick.
Good.
Shell Kick was like actually like a special move or like a super move in some of like the other Marvel-based fighting games. Right now, this is just like Air S.
Yes.
Right? It's like a combo like Ender after like an air like aerial rave. Oh, she has Shadow Blade in the air too. Oh yeah, command normals. Okay. Oh, that's like launcher. Oh, gotta be careful because Marvel has proximity throws.
Air combo.
Things like that. Okay. She also has this move. Like a command grab. Only Morrigan has this move. Like damage changes depending on like the button held. Yeah, it does. She also has this move, Soul Drain. Oh, it drains the opponent's meter. And gives it to you. Oh, so I never knew what that like move was until now. Those are all of Morrigan Aensland's like special moves. You know? Now let's talk about supers. The classic.
Wonderful.
The classic finishing shower. I really don't like this move, honestly. It's just kind of lame. She just like sprouts missiles. I liked her other supers from other Marvel vs. Capcom games. I think MVC 2 and MVC 1, where she had a move called Soul Eraser. She summoned this like big like fucking Iron Man-esque proton cannon and then like blasts you. I love that move. I hate that it's like the default quarter circle forward move for Morrigan. I don't like that at all. It sucks ass. I get it, the utility of it, the function of it, but visually, just like looking at it, I don't like this move. You could also do this in the air. Right?
Maximum.
She also has another super. This super I've seen also before. You know, multi like uppercut move of her like Shadow Blade. And also this one.
Maximum.
Astral Vision creates like a mirrored clone of herself.
Level 3. Dude.
Doubles like the hits for you, right? Doubles the amount of like moves that you do. So it's not like a, what was it, a shadow clone like Zero or Gamora, things like that. No, it actually like doubles everything. Can you like what was it, double like projectile? No, the clone like disappears. Okay. It will clone everything.
Sweet.
Things like that. But there's like a sinister reason about Astral Chain, and we're not going to talk about it yet, right? We're still talking about special super moves. And this one. Darkness Illusion.
Beautiful.
Darkness Illusion. Level 3 super that's pretty much, you know, Morrigan coded. Right? He summons her like mirror version and beats the shit out of an opponent.
Air combo.
You can also do this in the air. And it has different atoms too, technically.
Excellent.
Right? Big ass like level 3, right? It's just Morrigan coded. That's all what it is. Now, also for assists, right? As for assists, so she has like 3.
Crossover assist.
One is that, which is called Dark Harmonizer, which actually like refills meter for you, you know? So every like input, it comes out fast, and you could actually like have more resource to do like, you know, very invincible like level 1s or things like that. Have like more resources available to you, right? Very useful.
Crossover assist.
She has a Shadow Blade assist.
Crossover assist.
The heavy version of Shadow Blade, and Beta Morrigan is Soul Fist, right? Now that's everything Morrigan wise, right? This is where I said like earlier, like the fascinating evolution of Morrigan Aensland back in like in the old school games like Marvel 1 and Marvel 2. Hardly anybody plays Morrigan. There are some like people out there that really dedicate themselves to like Morrigan, but you know, she wasn't like top tier, right? She wasn't like that much of a character back then. Even back to like vanilla Marvel 3, right? Where, you know, Marvel 3 had like introduced like concepts like X Factor and things like that, right? Which got like evolved in Marvel Ultimate, in the Ultimate version of Marvel 3. No, Morrigan was pretty much just like Morrigan. That's it. That's all she is. Nothing to write home about, nothing too fancy. She's just there for like sleaze material. Until later on in the early years of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, where a certain individual by the name of NYC Chris G, right? Chris Gonzalez, got hands on Marvel 3, and Morrigan actually became Dark Morrigan. Or, what was it? Nightmare Morrigan. Because not only just like in combos, because Morrigan did definitely dish out like combos, especially on like level 3. I mean, like with level 3 X Factor, you could just kill anybody with a basic combo and let that be that, right? You know, but that's not what really made Morrigan kind of like, you know, the devil, El Diablo of the character. There is El Diablo, and that's Virgil. He's El Diablo, but we'll do another case study of him another time. But with Morrigan, her main, like, you know, game plan is this. And I don't think I could do it. Right? Astral Vision, if you have like level 1 meter, pop Astral Vision, right?
Maximum.
Yeah, that's what it essentially really is. The Soul Fist lock. This is pretty much like a game plan concept that was invented by Chris G back in the early years of Ultimate Marvel 3. I think it was like 6 months after, maybe? But it essentially was Astral Vision pop, Soul Fist, Flight, Soul Fist, you know. Things like that, right? And it's like a rinse and repeat. It's Soul Fist after Soul Fist. You flood the screen with Morrigan Soul Fist. I don't know what the correct procedure is, but that's basically the idea. And if you have certain assists like Doom, you can like Soul Fist, right? Flood the screen. I'm not a proficient player of Morrigan. I don't like playing Morrigan, but the general gist of it is, yeah, flood the screen with Soul Fist. You'll win the game just by locking down the opponent. Whereas, you know, like, you know, locking down the opponent, that doesn't make any sense. That's more appropriate for, like, you know, card games like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or League of Legends with, like, CC and stuff. Nah, this is the first lockdown-coded... Well, actually, no, there are more lockdown-coded characters in, you know, Marvel, right? But this is kind of like the more... the millennial version of lockdown coded like characters in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. the lockdown coded. I don't know if there's like any others that are out there, but Morrigan definitely takes the cake, right? Let's show off like some examples of Morrigan, right? Spam Soul Fist. Any chance you can get, spam Soul Fist. And if you have level 3 X Factor, your movement is super fast. And if you get like... There you go, right? Pop Astral Vision after hard knockdown. Yep. That's pretty much Morrigan in a nutshell. And she became a despicable fucking character. Crowds would chant like, this is the equivalent of Happy Chaos like gun loops. Like, just, yeah, heavy gun bang, reload, heavy gun bang, reload, bang, 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 reload, bang, bang, bang. This is the Marvel 3 equivalent of that. Right? It is so fucking despicable. Yeah, Chris G won against Kane Blue River. And this is a terrible matchup for Kane Blue River, dog. Look at this shit, man. You back up, send out missiles, pop Morrigan, right? Hagar can technically go over it, but the common, like, you know, getaway tool is to, like, jump over it. But even then, like, if you're a pro Morrigan player at, like, neutral and, like, spacing, you could just back out. You just spam this, you're good. Regardless, like, that's Morrigan in a nutshell. But this is, like, the case study of Morrigan Aensland in Marvel 3, right? It was before Chris G, nobody played Morrigan at all, right? Nobody played Morrigan at all. No one knew what Morrigan was. No one even knew Morrigan existed in Marvel 3. But after Chris G's discovery of this bullshit ass like tactic, now people started to fear Morrigan. Like, you know, there's this acronyms of like Dark Wesker back in Marvel, Vanilla Marvel 3, Dark Virgil in Ultimate Marvel 3. Now there's Dark Morrigan. She's still top tier. People still play her, right? And then there's Dark Zero, right? Which is another like S tier character, but we'll go over him another day. But since it's like spooky season, right? Halloween. This is Morrigan Aensland in a nutshell, right? 100%. So yeah, this is the case study of Morrigan Aensland, right? Pretty like fascinating, like, and a degenerate glow up, I would say.